to see.
Hello, I'm Tyler and this is Colin, and today we're going to be cooking breakfast burritos.
So our inventory are a few pots and pans. This one's going to be for bacon, this one's for eggs, and this one's for sausage, this one's for eggs, and
This is for the hash browns. And we have this knife, big knife, small knife, a spoon, a fork, and a spatula.
we also have tongs for the bacon. We have eggs, dozen and a half. We have tapatio or your choice of hot sauces. We have hash browns, sausage, bacon.
We also have cheese, tortillas, and we're using a bowl. So first we're going to start with cooking. So we're going to put the sausage and bacon pan on the stove to heat them up.
The reason we're heating them up is to heat them up before we get them cooking, so it takes less time. So right now I'm putting in a few strips of bacon to start off. You can put more in later if you need more. I'm going to start with about 5 or 6 pieces. I'll just start with that. So we'll need to flip the bacon every once in a while. You can kind of watch how it's going to be cooking. So if you can't, you can check under, just lift up a little bit and check under to see how good it's cooking. So we'll wait a little bit, we'll stand right by it to watch it.
Okay, now we're going to start with the sausages. We're going to just place them on the already heated pan. So I'm just going to use half of these sausages to put on. And we're just going to wait a little bit for them to cook. Until they're turning a little bit crispy, and you can just keep cooking, looking under, and wait till they're ready.
So right now I'm about ready to flip the first batch of bacon. All you do is you pick it up about one end and kind of watch the grease because it'll get you. And you'll flip it over, you'll flip each piece, you'll look at it. If it's not quite ready, like this one's ready, you'll continue to watch them. So it'll continue to pop, the grease will, but it'll kind of slow down after each time you flip them. It should be about this golden. If you like crispier bacon, you'll continue to cook them for a little bit longer on each side, but this is how I like it. So
I'm going to flip the sausage. So we want to make sure it's kind of crispy on the bottom, so we're just going to use the tongs to flip them over. Nice and crispy. And now that they're all flipped, we're just going to wait a little bit longer for the other half to get crispy.
right now we're cooking the hash browns.
We're just going to place them, take one out, place them on here. Just going to put all 10 of these onto this pan. We're just going to spread them out nice and evenly.
So we're going to put them in the oven for 450 degrees, right?
Yep, that's it. And let's put them in.
Right.
Now we're just gonna let them cook for a little bit, and okay. So now we're gonna set the timer. So timer, gonna put up to, since it cooks for 7 to 8 minutes. Let's just say 7 minutes to start out with, so we don't overcook them. Just gonna press start, and we're all ready to go with the hash browns. Okay, so now we're gonna start cutting the sausage. So we're just gonna use this big knife here. We're gonna put our hands up on the top and just push down, slide. Push down, slide. Push, slide. Push, slide. And now that we've got all these sausages cut, put them in the bowl, and then we just do it for all the rest of the sausages.
We're gonna finish up cutting the bacon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put your fingers right up here. We're gonna push down, and it doesn't need to be perfect sizes because it'll crumple. So then you're just gonna continue to cut all the way through. And now that we've got that cut up, you just kind of wrap them up, stick them in a bowl, and then you'll finish up through the rest.
Okay, so right now we have a full thing, half of a dozen of eggs here. So we're just gonna crack them and put them in the bowl here. You can do it either way, crack it on this surface. Or crack them on the flat surface. Personally, I like the flat surface better because you don't get shells in there. And sometimes you do get shells in there, so we're just gonna grab the spoon. Your hands will get yolky, so you do want to wash them afterwards. So when we get a shell in there, which I think we actually do have one. I'll just put one in to show you. So we get some shell in there. We just want to scoop it out with the spoon and throw it in. And that's basically all we have to do for cracking eggs.
So right now we're about to scramble the eggs right before we put them in. So we're going to take the fork and the bowl that we've cracked all the eggs in, and we're going to tilt it up on its side to where we have them all in one area. Take the fork, hold it basically kind of like a pencil, you can, or you can hold it kind of like downward like this, and you just kind of flick your wrists in small quick motions to beat the eggs to where they become more like thinner and more liquidy. So you're gonna do this for until they look full like this, such as. You'll get a close up in a minute. So this looks pretty much good. To make the eggs more fluffy, I prefer to have them fluffy. You can put milk in them to create more of a liquidy type of egg. So that's pretty much it. This is the close-up for the eggs.
Okay, so now we're going to do some cutting. Colin's going to come over here and help me. So we're just going to do similar to what we did, except for we're using small knives now. We're just going to kind of cut them. First, cut them in strips. It's not going to turn. It's going to turn out kind of messy. And after we cut them in strips, we don't want to cut them in like squarish little pieces. So we're just going to want. Colin's kind of doing it a better way than I am.
Just a little bit quicker.
Okay, now that we have all of this, we're just going to dump them in this bowl right here. Okay, hold this one knife just real quick, and then let's just
scrape them in. Uh-oh. A little bit of a mess, that's alright.
No problem with the mess. And that's basically how we cut the hash browns.
Okay, so right now we're going to be scrambling the eggs. We're going to take the eggs with the milk that we just scrambled. We're going to pour them into the pan. So now that we have that, I'm going to put this away, and then we're going to come back. We're going to watch the eggs. We're going to use our spatula now. These are going to cook. It's going to take a little bit of time to cook these, but you're going to want to kind of have a scooping motion when you cook them. So you can already see there's chunks in here almost that have been cooking. So you kind of stir them almost and kind of scrape them up from the bottom. So you continue to do that for a while. Then you'll be able to let them sit. And then from there, we'll have them finished.
Okay, so now we're just going to put this cheese and the eggs. So we have it all mixed up in a bowl right here. So now we're just going to take it, throw it all on the eggs. Just a little bit of cheese to start out with. We want to put the rest on later while we're doing the burrito. A little pinch, sprinkle it on. Follow and stirring while doing this so it gets all mixed in and melts better and faster so we don't overcook the eggs. Okay, so now we're just going to do the burritos. We have a plain tortilla.
And we have a spicy with jalapenos and cheddar cheese in a tortilla.
So first we're just going to start putting on the eggs.
I
think we need
these
to
can all
the
be
cheese.
store-bought. These can all be store-bought.
So you get the eggs on yours. I'm going to go grab the cheese.
Okay. So I'm going to put about 2 scoops. You don't want it too full, but you do want it full enough to taste everything. So I have about a good 2 scoops of kind of a decent sized spoon in there.
I'm also going to do this on mine.
He's going to have a little bit more because his tortilla is a little bit bigger.
2.5 scoops.
And then we will take the cheese, take a pinch, sprinkle it on. However much. You can take as much as you want, but a pinch is usually a good amount.
Now if you don't like cheese, this cheese is optional and you can choose any kind of cheese you want.
Yep.
We do recommend this because it does taste really good.
Yep, it's the Mexican cheddar. And next we're going to take our bacon bits that we cooked a little bit earlier. And we'll take about a handful and put them on, or as much as you want. Go ahead.
These bacon bits are optional. You don't have to have bacon and you don't have to come the same size we did. We like ours in bits, but you can also come and use them in full. I just recommend halves if you're going to do that.
Yep. And then
Let's put the tapatio sauce on.
Yep, it's any choice of hot sauce.
We like tapatio. It's the most delicious.
Yep, not too spicy, not too anything else.
Now we're just going to do a
Couple drops.
and spread it around the tortilla so it gets all over.
Yep.
Now Colin's probably going to want to do it less since he has a spicier.
Yep. And so we'll take this, kind of sprinkle it around a little bit. Then up next, we will take,
And this tapatio sauce is optional.
as well as you can buy all of this at the store. Up next, we have the sausage pieces. You'll take maybe 5 or 6 per thing and kind of keep them on there.
5 or 6 is about a link.
Yep, that's pretty good.
So I'm going to do that.
So finally, we're going to have our hash browns crumpled. They're pretty much just kind of, you can break them, cut them, doesn't really matter.
Messy.
Yeah, very messy. So you need like 2 or 3 of these per one burrito. And then
Maybe even 4.
Yep, it all depends on how you want it. So up next, we'll show you how to fold it.
Okay, so now that we have our burrito with all the stuff in it, we're just going to fold this over and then bring it back. Fold these sides in. And now we're just going to roll it up. And then now it's all ready to serve, but if you don't want to serve it right away, you can just wrap it in some Reynolds wrap.
So this is Tyler's, that's his wrapping, and that's mine.
Honestly, Colin's is better.